Hello, welcome to the local weather update. It's 10 o'clock on June the 17th, 2023. And of course, we had some storminess around today. You can see a couple of storms that did develop across the area. Mostly showers with no lightning, but there were a few that did have some lightning. You can see it popping up here, and you can also see the smoke. And believe it or not, we're smelling smoke tonight in the air. Believe it or not, it's gotten thick this evening for sure. Actually, let's just pause that for a minute. Take a look at this. You can actually see the shadow that this storm is casting on the smoke here. Look at this. This is pretty thick smoke over here, I got to say. And like I said, some of it's at the surface, and you can see a lot more upstream. So we're looking at, and that's why I wasn't getting my hopes up too high for tomorrow, because I see plenty more smoke in the cards for tomorrow. We have some issues with some of the models, so I'll have to go into that too. Modus satellite, we'll go to that first here, and you can again see all the smoke that's coming out of it. Looks like Ontario now. So this is Ontario right here. Where's the still quote? Hang on, we'll just put the labels here. This is actually Quebec. Oh, we got some more fires going on up here. Okay, so more fires coming. So more smoke is on the way, folks. You can see a whole thick cloud of it there in North Bay, and that may be what we're going to be dealing with tomorrow. In fact, you can see the smoke has gone all the way down to South Carolina. It's supposed to be a local weather update, but, it's crazy. We're going to talk more about it tomorrow. But anyway, let's go to what conditions are like outside right now. And you can see temperatures generally are in the mid-60s. However, in the alley, we're still at 70. Not enjoying any of those 60s in the alley at all. You see, generally got mid-60s. Yeah, 70. It's like being in LaGuardia, basically. Mid-60s, even cooler in Jersey, 59. I guess they get some radiational cooling. So let's take a look at what the day was. So 66, dew point 52 at Islip. Northwest wind. We've had northwest winds all day today. And you can see the visibility has dropped to 8 miles. So that's some of the smoke right there that we're seeing there at Islip. Looking at today, highs were only in the mid-70s. With those northwest winds pretty much throughout the day. And I'm feeling, we have pretty uniform highs and lows across the area with those northwest winds. Still near 79 so we still got, I guess we briefly touched near normal today, I guess. Around 80 degrees pretty much around the area. I guess that was earlier before the clouds came in. The temperatures dropped later on. We had those showers coming. Looking at the lows, right around 61. I see an air quality alert over there. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing some of that coming in our way. I really do. So let's go to the almanac for today at Islip. And the almanac, Islip, and fairly close to normal. Yeah, fairly close to normal. Same thing for Central Park. Maybe 3 degrees below normal there. Let's rewind the radar. We'll talk about the storms today. That developed, and we had some showers, mostly very scattered about, but there was some around. You could see heavier stuff in New England. Plenty of rain. They had a real soaking there in New England. What miserable. If you were in Boston, you had a really miserable day, courtesy of that low. But for us, we just had scattered activity. But you could see as we got toward the afternoon, it started building up, and you could see some cells were actually, there was one here that was pretty strong up here in the Hudson Valley. A few more storms popped up. Here's another one. They had a warning out for this one. They were just kind of pop up in nature. And then there was one that went across over here. That was a pretty strong storm that went over, looks like western Suffolk County. And then we had another shower pop up over Nassau. And then finally kind of diminished as we got toward the evening. Showing you some of the clouds that were in the sky today. Let's take a look at those. And we'll look at these. So these are some of the clouds that we had. Again, building here. You can see how hazy it was. Though it got a little less hazy around the storms. It seemed like they helped to break up the haze a little bit. You could see some of the really building cumulonimbus clouds, and then really got some really nice, beautiful cumulonimbus clouds as we got toward 5 o'clock here, 5:30. And then this actually brought a little shower to where it was on the South Shore. And then another storm was building in the distance here. That one never hit us. That was around 6:30. And then looking at the sky and the evening, you can see the orange here, and this is the sun. This is what the sun looked like as it was going down around 7:40 And you can see, again, wasn't down all the way, but you can see just how orange that sun was, a sign of all the wildfire smoke that we're dealing with. So let's go take a look at the models, and we're just going to go and look at the next day or so, because, again, I only do these weather updates on Saturday night. Usually they need a break one day to do a break from it, but we'll go ahead and we'll do it because we have, obviously, all this active weather going on between the thunderstorms. And I also want to look at, before we forget, let's go to Wonder Map and see how much rain these storms brought. Probably not much. They were fairly brief, and they really didn't bring a whole lot of rain, but we'll go and we'll take a look at that. Yeah, just a few tenths. They did not bring a lot of rain at all. Except for this one here. It looks like right around Babylon, it looks like a quarter of an inch. Even a half an inch in Lindenhurst. But in Babylon itself, not that much, only 0.09, and then barely anything. Out east, we'll check and see what we got. Barely anything. Very, very little, generally, with these storms. Generally, are a quarter, or less, well under a quarter of an inch. Storms didn't bring a whole lot of rain. And these are the kind of storms that we have to watch for if they have a lot of lightning, because they don't produce a lot of rain, but they could start wildfires. Now, fortunately, we had all that rain yesterday, so I don't think we'll have to worry about that. So let's go to the models now, and we're going to look at the HRRR. Here's your low, pulling away. Tomorrow should be a much fairer day as far as less of a shower chance. But can't completely rule it out. There'll still be a little instability in the atmosphere. If we look at this chart here on the HRRR, you'll see there's a little bit of it there. And we'll have to watch for the cloud cover as well. There's the smoke. And then looking at going on into Monday, you'll see the fair weather continues. Dew points, obviously, we're drying. Drier air is moving in the night. So I generally have dew points in the 50s, generally for tomorrow, too. Generally in the 50s. I mean, not bone dry air, but you notice the wind direction. It's coming around the low from Canada, and that could bring in more smoke for tomorrow. And you'll see tomorrow there will be a sea breeze, I think, that will wind up developing. So let's go look at your air temperatures. Tonight, we'll probably have lows in the mid-50s, unless you're facing alley like I do. And then for tomorrow, warmer. I think we'll be near, well, about the same, I guess. But it could be a little warmer if we get a little more sun. Maybe we're going to get above 80. Maybe instead of 79, it'll be more like 81. And then tomorrow night, probably won't be as cool. Probably be lows around 60 degrees. So now that we're that out of the way, let's go to the RGM and look at the skies. And again, this is just for cloud cover. We've got to look at smoke, too. So here's your low pulling away. And you can see it definitely bringing some cumulus development in for tomorrow as well in the afternoon. We'll probably have some, probably into New Jersey, too, probably some cumulus development. But there'll also be, I think we're going to be dealing with some smoke, too. For Monday, maybe less cumulus development. But, again, we're going to have to watch for the smoke. So let's look at these models. Unfortunately, the RAP model, we're not able to get all the runs. It seems like they're missing some. So we'll have to use the HRRR. But first, let's look at the RAP model. And you'll see here, this is the RAP model, the latest one we have for tomorrow. And it's not showing much. It's got a thicker area coming in, and that's what we're dealing with tonight. And then it seems like it brings a little break for tomorrow. Whether I believe that is another story. Let's go to the HRRR because we have more of that. So vertically integrated smoke, this is the 18Z run of the HRRR. So let's take a look at this run here and see if this can provide any more. So let's see what we got here. We're into tomorrow now, and it seems like it's not showing that much. It seems like it's got the thick area coming in now, and then it's got a little bit of a break. But we'll have to see about that. I don't know. I don't know if we're really going to get that break or not. But there is near surface smoke. If we look here, you'll see. Put this on the screen here, and you'll see there is some near surface smoke, but it does seem to dissipate tomorrow. It seems like it has it over Jersey more, but keeps Long Island clearer. So yeah, it's really hard to tell. But don't be surprised if the skies are not nice and blue tomorrow, because honestly, I don't see where we're going to get any blue skies from. Look at all this smoke that's coming upstream. Can't imagine this isn't going to be with us tomorrow. I think we've got fires burning in Quebec still. Got fires burning in Ontario. I just don't see how we're not going to be dealing with some smoke tomorrow. So expect some smoke. If we don't, then I know, even though the models say we're not going to see it, the way I see it, I think we're going to see some smoke around Unfortunately, I don't know. But if we get some blue skies, hey, what can I say? It could be, we got a nice surprise, but don't expect to be disappointed. That's all I'm going to say. For those of us who like to see blue skies, Anyway, that's going to wrap up this local weather update. Good night.